Hello, my name is Carl Bantock and welcome to MFL Outdoors. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Pulsar Digex N450 night vision rifle scope. I know this scope has been on the market for some time, but I have been using it for a couple of years now in my full-time job, and I'd like to share with you my overall opinion as a professional user. Hopefully this will answer some of the questions you may have while considering to buy this scope, so you can decide if it's right for you. Okay, let's take a look at what you get in the box. You get the scope itself, the detachable IR light, a magnetic eye cup, 3 times APS-2 batteries, an extended battery housing for an IPS-3 battery, a twin battery charger, a USB cable, cleaning cloth, and a really nice case. The scope is made of metal and has a premium feel to it, which you would expect for something in this price range. When you press the start button, the unit fires up almost instantly. The specs state within 3 seconds. It is powered by one internal APS-3 battery, and this is non-removable by the user, but also has a place in the top turret for another APS-2 battery, which is included, or the larger APS-3 battery, which you would need to purchase separately if you needed the extra runtime. But these are not expensive in comparison with other night vision rifle scope batteries. I use an APS-3 battery in the top and have never run out of power on a night shooting with this combination. It has an HD CMOS sensor to produce a very clear image and mounts with 30mm rings of your choice, just like a normal day scope, giving you many more mounting options. I personally use Leopold quick release mounts. They are expensive but are great quality. They have never lost zero and I use them on all my scopes. The scope has 5 zeroing profiles, so you can set the scope up for 5 different rifles and swap from one to another, and this works really well. Just remember to change the profile on the scope when you put it on another rifle. The scope has a one-shot zero facility. Though you can get very close with one shot, my experience is that it takes a few shots to get it spot on target. It is compatible with Stream Vision, Pulsar's app, through Wi-Fi, and it can record with sound and take photos with 16GB of internal memory, which is a nice plus, as you don't need to mess around with SD cards. You have the choice of 10 reticles with 9 colours. 3 of these reticles are scalable and act as if it was a first focal plane scope, which is very handy. I use one of these reticles all the time and I've stuck with the same one, as you can judge the distance with it by comparing the reticle to the target size. Judging distance is not easy to do at night, even if you know the land you're on. The unit has picture-in-picture, and this is another great feature, as you can keep the main screen on 4 times base magnification and get your wide field of view, but zoom in with the smaller picture for a precise shot. I normally have the zoom set to 10 times magnification on the secondary picture. One thing that stood out to me as a professional user was its Ip7 Waterproof Rating, and that was important as I am out in all weathers and I don't want to have to worry about getting the scope very wet and then it failing on me. It's recoil rated up to .375 cal and has side incline indication. Basically it will tell you if you're canting the rifle, and this can be turned on or off. I always leave it on as I use my rifle on quad sticks or a tripod, and it really helps when you're shooting on uneven ground to keep the rifle up straight. In order to save battery, you can set up the auto off feature, and the scope will detect when the rifle has had no movement for a period of time and will then shut down. For example, if you have put the rifle away in its case and forgot to turn off the scope. I also have this set up, as I have on occasions forgot to turn it off myself, which can be very annoying next time you take it out and find that the batteries are flat. So the pros of this scope. Well, it's well made, accurate, has a fantastic picture, and is fully waterproof. It's packed with features and has never let me down in all the time I have had it. For a couple of years now. If you decide to purchase one, I'm sure you wouldn't regret it. And now the cons? Well, the only two I can think of is the light sensor is very sensitive. If you decide to put on an aftermarket IR, I would advise getting one with a variable power adjuster, or you will find the scope whiting out and unusable. I personally use a Wicked IR, which works well for me, though to be honest, the included IR does very well and is probably one of the best performing that I have seen that comes with the unit as standard. Although this scope is listed as being able to use in the daytime with the front lens cap down, which has a built-in filter, I wouldn't recommend it. It's very hard to pick out your target during daylight. I always use a good quality glass day scope and switch over to a night scope at dusk. Would I recommend this scope? Yes, I would for night use. It is well built, waterproof, with a lot of features in a well-made metal housing, and up to date has never let me down. The RRP is just short of £1,300, but if you look around you can sometimes pick it up on an offer, and as I always say, you get what you pay for. Well, in most cases. If you found this review useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and to our viewers, stay safe, and we look forward to bringing you more reviews in the near future. If you have any questions regarding the scope I have not covered, please drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them for you.